2018 and just finished the retreat. We have James here from America, Ashkai from India, Gal from Israel, and John from Canada. Akshay, is your second
I
time?
came back because I felt that this is a very safe environment for me to go deeper within myself. We have really good guidance here and techniques to go deeper and explore more. And I felt this was the right time. I used to get angry a lot. And I saw that I was getting more and more angry and more frequently as well. That was one of the main reasons why I came the last time. And I did resolve a lot of my anger. It did not vanish because it was from a long time. But it definitely showed me why I get angry and how should I deal with it. And I took about a year or two to understand that and live a different kind of a life. And I came back here not majorly because of my anger issues anymore. I think I have the power to deal with it. I came here again to understand more about myself. I saw in the last year I did a lot of spiritual thinking, or I saw myself going a lot more spiritual and going a lot more silent, and I didn't know how to deal with those. I wanted more guidance from people, from workshops, from the energy around here, and I thought this is the best place to be if I want to know more.
And that's why this time you brought your wife with you.
I did. I did bring. That was one more reason why I wanted to come here, is because I feel ayahuasca and the workshops and just the learning we get here takes us to a different kind of an understanding, and not every time can I explain it to somebody in simple words. So I wanted my wife to experience it for herself, so that I can now use this avenue to talk with her.
And to grow together and go deeper together.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. And James, what brought you here?
I came here because I wanted to know myself better and to therefore be able to know other people better, to have deeper connections.
Gal, it's your first time with ayahuasca.
First time.
Your boyfriend
Second.
had experience before.
So that probably helped me with coming, but my main reason was to really work on my anxiety that I had for many years already, and getting off pills. I knew I needed something real to sort the problem from the root.
And you, John?
For me, I had a lot of childhood traumas, and I tried a bunch of different methods to resolve them, and I read a lot about ayahuasca and this center, and I wanted to give it a shot and see if it would
John, you
help.
mentioned that you had several traumas from childhood and that you tried different methods. Can you explain some of them, please?
Yeah, I was on Impramine for depression for a long time, and I've tried different sort of psychotherapies and stuff like that, and they all helped me, but none of them were really transformative.
And what happened here?
My life changed here. Absolutely. My fear dissolved. My traumas evaporated. I truly found my heart again.
What was the most important insight that you had here? Was during a workshop or was during an ayahuasca ceremony?
It was during the ayahuasca ceremony. I came to the realization that I knew this intellectually, but I actually realized it, that fear was an illusion, and that I was holding on to fear, and it was paralyzing me to move through my traumas. And I saw it literally dissolve in front of my face, and it dissolved. I didn't have it in my heart anymore.
So you feel relief now?
Yes, 100% relief, yeah.
Another big important insight that you think worth to mention?
I'm most likely going to be vegan and do a lot of raw food when I go back home. I felt that I had a vision, but I had a sense and I had a feeling that raw food and vegan food is lighter for me, and I want where I feel my heart and mind is resonating, that food resonates with that place.
So, and the most important part is that it was not your intention when
It was
you
not
came
my
here.
intention.
It was not at all.
I'm like keto meat eater. Like
Mhm.
my diet was meat and vegetables and fat, like a lot of it. No, I actually was going to do this diet called the carnivore diet when I got back home, which is literally nothing but meat.
The
And
not
that's
carnivore
changed.
diet.
I'm doing a not carnivore
So
diet
that was
now.
a big surprise
Yeah.
for not only for me, for
Yeah,
you.
yes, absolutely. Because you said it to me. You said many people actually choose or like end up going vegan after.
It's very
And I didn't-
common
yeah.
after a retreat. A lot of people not only quit eating meat, they quit alcohol, they quit drugs. Even people that had no intention to do that at all.
I didn't dismiss it at all. I understand people have come to different realizations. I just didn't think that I didn't think that would be my realization. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
John, you said that all this pain evaporated. How it is? Can you explain better?
Well, I just had a lot of blocks and I was holding on to a lot of emotions, and I did a lot of personal work before I came here. I was doing yoga and meditation, and my diet was very good for what it was at the time, very healthy, organic. And I was doing a lot of self-inquiry. And I feel like when I came here, I'd done a lot of personal work, and the workshops and the ayahuasca was kind of like the last piece of the puzzle to really push me through transformation.
So you applied the techniques you learned before during the ceremony.
Yes.
It's not just
Yeah, no, it wasn't just a
Magical.
light switch.
yeah.
Because just for me, I didn't have a hard time with the ayahuasca itself because I had done the work before I came here.
Gal, your life problem was anxiety. What happened with your anxiety now?
It's beyond the words, but I think the whole location, together with the workshops we did together on ceremony days before the ceremonies, brought things to the surface and helped me realize that all the problems are within me and they come from somewhere. They are buried in my body, that I have the power to heal them. And having everything float, I was able in the ceremonies to really work and fix the causes that were causing the anxiety, and nothing less than life-changing. Really.
Are you feeling anxiety? When you quit the pills,
October and September.
you started wearing off in order to come clean for the retreat.
Yes, slowly wearing off, not one day, and it was almost 3 months before to make sure I'm totally off the meds.
Yeah, that is the right way to do it. Gradually, with the authorization of your doctor, and when you come here, you are completely clean and ready to receive ayahuasca. But you apply a technique in order to discover where was your anxiety, when was the first time that this anxiety entered in your body. Can you explain a little about this?
It was in the workshops we did.
Which workshop?
The biggest one for me was before the third ceremony. So this workshop really helped me understand, like, just things came up and helped me like point problems where they're coming from and suspect when was the first time I experienced this anxiety. And then in the ceremony, it all came up, like Mother Ayahuasca worked so hard that night to help me.
So what do you think, what will happen when you go back home? You will need medication or
Definitely
it's done?
not. Definitely not going to touch it, and we'll try to apply different things in my life to help me maintain the work I did here, and surely will come back because I feel like there is so much more to get, and definitely one ceremony is not enough, but even four, like I feel ayahuasca brought up things that helped me understand better where my problems come from and sort them out, get rid of these roots of the anxiety that I have within me. That's
So
what
we
happened
can
during the
say
first
that we were learning techniques in order to allow the information to come to the surface, because the information was always there. So the information started to appear. It was clear why and when and what happened.
100%. I think the pills that we take just numb it and just make it fall asleep, but it's still always there and it will always be. And unless you take really, you kill it from the root. And the workshops were really important for me to realize things where they're coming from, because I had no idea.
What do you think now about drinking ayahuasca without doing the workshops? Will it be the same? Will it be how do you think?
I can't imagine without. It was so important to me because I can see ayahuasca bringing insights, but you don't really know what to do with them and how to work with them. And the workshop really pinpoints to each and every person here what was their issues to work on during the ceremony. It was, I can't imagine without the workshops.
Yeah, I think the workshops are helping people to reconnect with their own power, to make them trust that they can do it. They can find the solution and they will apply the technique to resolve the problem.
And even to understand that it's not circumstances that brought this, it's something that happened and is within us. It's not anything external, it's already here and we don't need anything outside to take care of it. It's only us that we can heal ourselves.
So, how do you feel speaking in public and especially in this video?
And
I
in
will
the group.
cry.
In
Yeah.
the group?
This is part of me proving myself that I don't have anxiety anymore, because before the video, me, never. Other people see, no way.
What was feeling? What you were feeling if you have to talk in public?
How will it look? What will people say? What will people think? Just other people judging me. And first of all, this place is so amazing that I definitely feel like I need to let other people know what they can get if they come here, but also being recorded on video and publishing it somewhere was part of me. How am I able to do this? I can't believe I even thought about saying yes. And here I am.
Thank you. So we were talking about how it is that people feel safe talking about their deepest traumas in front of strangers, in front of this group that is a new group, people coming from all over the world. How is this possible?
To me, I feel like the more honest you are here, the more everyone in the group benefits from it. The more honest everyone is, you really can feel how no one is judging, and you can heal through other people's stories. You can heal yourself. It's so important, all the group.
Why you can be honest here? Why do you think you can be honest?
I mean, because you see it with other people, right? So maybe there's a person who is unusual, and that person is just being themselves. And in any other setting, there would be judgment. And when you see that person's not being judged, it's beautiful, and it heals you, and then you feel the courage to be yourself, or to share really intimate stories.
In our everyday life, most of the time we are pretending that we are better, that we are something that we are not. So that takes a lot of energy. And then we don't have enough energy to produce what we want in life. So we spend most of the time tense and trying to build a character. When that dissolves, you don't need to pretend anymore. People are accepting you in the way you are. So you have a bunch of energy to be more productive. And you feel comfortable. It's a big relief. That happened to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like Bizarro World, that DC comic alternative reality where everything's the opposite, So on the outside, you have to put forward this face, this persona that, might be you sometimes, but certainly isn't you all the time. And here, it's just the opposite. It's the more you put up those fake personas, the less you get, the less that the group gets. And it's healing.
What did you discover here?
So for me, I had this really intense encounter on the day ceremony, where I was just drawn to this tree, and the tree was kind of like on a slope, right? So it was like that, And the release that I felt when I leaned on it was just overwhelming. The connection with the tree, and that tree became everything. That tree became my father, my older brother, my lover, my life companion. You know, it was the sense of stability and safety that I realized, you know, I didn't have, or had to some degree at certain points, you know. But that's the yearning, you know, of my life, I think, for that type of connection.
It's like a new world open for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you had plants before in your garden.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I mean, well, there's this dog that pees and poops all over them, and they're dead. And you know, the garden, my front and back garden, are just they're just there, you know. Mm-hmm. And in many ways, I feel that that's kind of like symbolic of like my inner self, just there, performing like a functional role. And now I'm just really excited to garden, you know, to fertilize it and care for it and grow and watch it grow. And in some weird way, that's like symbolic of what, you know, I've been doing to some degree before, and really now I feel like I have the energy and the motivation and the insights to do.
So you didn't have any connection with plants before?
Oh, not
they
at all.
were things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you know that they are beings.
Yeah.
How this happened? Was at the beginning of the retreat? Was in the middle?
No, it was that day ceremony, and you know, I knew the day ceremony would be powerful.
So it's the last ceremony.
The last ceremony
during the day,
which is during the day. I mean, when I found out this existed, I thought, oh, clever, you know, we'll all end on a high note, you know, because we'll be battling our shadows, you know, all throughout it. That's good, right? But I did not expect it to be profound. I did not expect it to give me that release and that energy. And that tree, it was all those external things, but then it was that missing part of me. You know, man, I love that tree. I almost cursed.
The surprising.
Yeah.
Anything else would you like to say? Other lesson?
Yeah, that the whole thing is a process. Mm. So from the beginning, when you send the money, you know, it takes some courage, right, to finally make the decision, right? Then from there till arrival, there's this phase where you're researching, or you're working on yourself, or you've got your goal, you've got your intention, so you're already trying to work on it, and that yields fruit. And then you're here, and that's another phase, and that has all these levels. You know, there's the ceremonies, which are very interesting. And take you on, each ceremony takes you on a different journey. Then the group work with the workshops and the sharing. Then the group interactions, the learning from other people's bravery, you know, other people's hearing your story in every single person to some degree, you know, and just, you know, being healed by the group and how they treat each other. And then the individual alone time. And so I'm really looking forward to the final phase. Well, not the final, but the next phase, you know, which is how do I take this home? You know, mm-hmm. What do I do? And I think it's awesome that we're going to be connected on a WhatsApp group. I think it's great that Urmi suggested that, you know, we, you know, share, you know, like our milestones or our tips or whatever. Yeah.
Thank you. Would you like to say anything else?
Sure. I'd like to say that I'll be back because I feel like this was a huge opportunity and a huge change in my life, and I know that there's a lot more changes, and I'm absolutely inspired to see what I can do, see how I can grow, and see how I can be the best person that I can be.
And you, Gal, will you come back?
Definitely. 2019, the first opportunity it allows with work. Definitely.
And you, James?
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I did not feel that way after the third ceremony. I mean, my third ceremony was good, mm-hmm. but I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to wait and see. But yesterday during the sharing, right, which was right after the day ceremony, yeah, I was planning when and how and which of my friends I'm going to get to come. So I suspect I will be back, yeah.
It's very common at the beginning you come here alone and then you bring somebody. Your daughter, your wife, your best friend. So you need to feel safe. It is safe here and then you want to bring the family.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you so much.